Humans are word-controlled creatures. So we need to establish what words mean. Understanding words is what you really need to start doing. You need to start doing your homework and understanding words. So you need to do your homework and find out what the words mean, especially in relation to law and government.
Land Transport Act 1998. Part 9. Enforcement of Responsibilities. General Enforcement Powers. Section 113. Enforcement officers may enforce transport legislation. 1. An enforcement officer in uniform or in possession of a warrant or other evidence of his or her authority as an enforcement officer may enforce the provisions of a. The Local Government Act 1974, the Local Government Act 2002, the Road User Charges Act 2012, the Government Roading Powers Act 1989, the Railways Act 2005, the Land Transport Management Act 2003, and this Act. B. Regulations and rules and bylaws in force under any acts mentioned in paragraph A. 2. Without limiting any other powers conferred on an enforcement officer, in enforcing any provisions referred to in subsection 1, may at any time, a. direct a person on a road, whether or not in charge of a vehicle, to give the person's full name, full address, date of birth, occupation, and telephone number, or such of those particulars as the enforcement officer may specify, and give any other particulars required as to the person's identity, and, unless the person is for the time being detained or under arrest under any enactment, give such information as is within the person's knowledge and as may lead to the identification of the driver or person in charge of a vehicle. B. Inspect, test, and examine, I. the brakes or any other part of a vehicle on a road or any associated equipment, or 2. a land transport document, or a document resembling a land transport document, displayed or carried on the vehicle. C. If the enforcement officer believes on reasonable grounds that a vehicle on a road causes an obstruction in the road or to a vehicle entrance to any property, or that the removal of the vehicle is desirable in the interests of road safety or for the convenience or in the interests of the public, I. enter, or authorize another person to enter, the vehicle for the purpose of moving it or preparing it for movement, and 2. move, or authorize another person to move, the vehicle to a place where it does not constitute a traffic hazard. D. Direct the driver or person in charge of a vehicle on a road to remove the vehicle from the road or a specified part of a road, if the officer believes on reasonable grounds that it causes an obstruction in the road or to a vehicle entrance to any property, or its removal is desirable in the interests of road safety or for the convenience or in the interests of the public. E. Forbid an unlicensed driver to drive a motor vehicle. F. Forbid a person who is operating a transport service without a license to operate that transport service. 3. An enforcement officer in uniform or wearing a distinctive cap, hat, or helmet, with a badge of authority affixed to it, who is for the time being engaged in the regulation of traffic on a road, may, a. direct a person using a vehicle or riding or driving an animal on the road to stop the vehicle or animal, as the case may be, or to cause it to proceed in or keep to a particular line of traffic or direction. B. Direct a pedestrian not to proceed across the road in contravention of a direction to stop given by the enforcement officer, whether given to pedestrians or to pedestrians and other traffic. 4. In paragraphs C and D of subsection 2, road includes any land vested in or under the control of the Crown or any local authority.